The Kansas City Chiefs will make the Super Bowl again in 2024, and in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys why. Now that camp is finally here for most teams and the NFL is starting to ramp back up, there is just so much to talk about, and the Chiefs are one of those teams with a lot to address. Before I begin this video, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We just recently hit 10K, so that means we are now on the road to 20K subscribers. Alright, so with mandatory camp pretty much starting up for the Chiefs, Clark Hunt already sent a clear message that this team is after a Super Bowl again this season and nothing else. This team has dominated the last 5 years of the NFL, and even though they lost a few players due to cap space, they still have their core, and they also made improvements in certain areas that will help through the course of the season. Setting sights on the Super Bowl from day one is one of the big reasons why this team has been so successful in recent years. Obviously, they have a ton of talent and have a once-in-a-generation QB, but there's many teams across the league that have tons of talent but never live up to the hype. The front office and coaching staff for this team just has a knack for building a strong locker room that is all in it together, and they make the ultimate goal very clear from the jump. Now, as I was saying, things are definitely a lot easier when Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback, because he really is that one-generational type of talent that only comes around every few draft classes. I know it's a different sport, but he's like the guy that people are hoping Wemby can turn out to be for the Spurs. Also, I definitely gotta give Andy Reid a lot of credit because he has been the perfect head coach for Mahomes, and I think he sped up his ascension to legendary status. And the scary thing is that this duo is just getting started, and realistically, they may still have another 3 to 4 Super Bowls left in them over the next 15 years. The only thing that worries me a little bit though is that Mahomes has really been getting beat up the last few years, and last season it was really noticeable, especially in the Super Bowl. But with the way sports medicine and technology is now, he will probably be fine and will have a long career. Mahomes just makes plays that don't even seem possible, and as an opposing fan, it can get super frustrating to watch. He also is really good at making adjustments, and not just from game to game, but from season to season, because when Tyreek Hill was on the team, he got to play one way, and then last year he had to change things up to adjust to the new team and play style. And they were still the best team in the league. One stat that also stands out to me is that in the 80 career games Mahomes has played, the Chiefs have only lost by more than one possession 3 times. Just insane. So basically, my point is that even though on paper the Chiefs don't have a superb receiving core, it doesn't even really matter because of that adapting ability Mahomes has. And also, with Travis Kelce as the tight end, that basically cancels out a mediocre receiving group. Also, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on DeAndre Hopkins, because even though he's most likely not going to end up in KC, I'm just curious to see if you guys even want him or not if he was somehow available. Alright, now I want to talk more about Travis Kelce, because like Mahomes, Kelce is going to go down as one of the best players ever in the game at his position. Outside of Gronk and a few others, we've just never seen someone at his size do the things he can do, and like I said in my last video about this team, he always is open, even on double teams. Travis also is just a funny and positive dude and brings great vibes to this team that are felt in the locker room and throughout the whole organization. He also was a big part of helping Mahomes become the QB that he is today early on in his career. The Chiefs were heavily doubted last year because of all the big departures like Tyreek Hill, and with all the talent in the AFC, most people thought it would be more of a rebuilding type of season in Kansas City. But it turns out everyone was completely wrong, and this season the Chiefs are trying to repeat, and in my opinion, they will. Now moving on to the offensive line, this was another big factor in the team's success last year, and you can say what you want about Donovan Smith because he is a question mark and hasn't been healthy, but besides that, everyone else is super solid and they need to have another great season because Mahomes plays outside of the lines, and in order for him to make those crazy spectacular on the run throws, he's going to have elite protection. Alright, now for the last reason that I think the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl again, I gotta talk about the defense. Even though this team has lost a few veterans, including Frank Clark, the defense is younger and hungrier than ever, and they've proven that they can make it work over the last few seasons. This defense has lots of versatility, they have numbers, and many different players they can roll out for specific circumstances that will give opposing offenses a lot to deal with in terms of understanding what's being thrown at them from a snap-to-snap basis. It's really hard to consistently be one of the top teams in the league because you obviously can't pay everyone and people come and go, and I have to give kudos to this coaching staff for continuing to make everything work on both sides of the ball. That's really all I have to say for this video. The Chiefs are going to figure everything out quickly, as they always do, and I think the new and younger pieces are really going to thrive in this system. It's honestly crazy how Mahomes and Reed have been able to keep up and be better than teams like the Bills, with the fact that since Tyreek Hill left, they've been playing with a bunch of wide receiver twos, and basically, Juju Smith was the #1 option. Assuming that everyone can for the most part stay healthy, the Chiefs have a great shot to run it back, and I know the rest of the league wants nothing to do with this team in the postseason. Let me know in the comments below how many games you think this team is going to win in 2023, and also how far you think they will go in the playoffs, and I'm going to say 13 wins. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point in the video, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, make sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly means the world. Thank you all so much for 10K, and I think we're gonna hit 20K very soon. But yeah, make sure to stay tuned for more content as the NFL season starts to ramp up, and until next time, I will see you all later.